Who is here, the NDP Joel Armstrong, one of our city councillors. Thank you. A couple of things that we're going to talk about today. I just want to go down kind of a general conversation. We do have our table of guests. We have Patty Dalton, the President of London District Labour Council. We have Peggy Sadler, our London West from the CLC, and our newly elected candidate for London North Centre NDP, Ramon Gutierrez. So thank you again for coming. I wanted to talk a little bit about today about some of the things such as the erosion of our rights in health and safety as it comes to federally and provincially. Some would say if we were to take away some of our legislative rights, we could rely on, good employers to represent us. Yeah. There's a couple, let's not forget that there are some. But recently there was a media release on a company called Vail Canada who challenged an order from a Ministry of Labour inspector to have daily checks on the mining shaft because they didn't want to do it daily. And that mining shaft elevator was actually to help get workers down to the mine. And the check that they were going to be required to do would prevent free falls of that elevator as a safety device. The employer challenged that they didn't have to do that daily check. That is unimaginable in where I come from. And my name is Len Elliott. I'm with OPSEU, and in my day job I do some health and safety stuff as an inspector, but I'm here on behalf of OPSEU and the London District Labour Council. Thankfully, that order was upheld at the Ministry of Labour when it was appealed by the employer. That's the kind of stuff that we have to make sure goes on and continues to go on in supporting it. The minute we let our hair down, we let our guard down, these rights will be eroded and taken away from us. Take, for instance, the Liberals' budget announcement last Thursday. I don't know if you watched it all, but I was at Queen's Park hearing it all. I can't say what all it was, but one of the things they were proud of was cutting the legislative red tape, that they've reduced the number of regulations for businesses to come to this province. And with examples like that, Vail Canada trying to challenge an order that absolutely makes sense to everyone in this room, we can't let a government continue to be proud of getting rid of the red tape. That red tape is yours and my lives at the end of the day, and that's unacceptable. Folks, come on in. I think there's a few chairs. I see some people coming in. If you want a chair, please, they're in this room. If you do need a place to sit. John, thanks. Another example. WSIB continues the attack on our injured workers and our injured worker benefits. Absolutely unacceptable. You're hurt on the job. You should expect to get a benefit if that's the case. And yet we have employers lobbying and going with this government to cut those benefits every day to our injured workers. Unacceptable. Again, we have to stop that from happening. A message for our retirees from our friend Hector McClellan, a retiree, wanted me to mention something today about if you have an illness later on in life. We know about latency. We know about asbestosis doesn't show up for 20 or 30 years in some cases. Well, as a retiree, Hector's heard of some folks getting illnesses later on in life, and then it just goes under the OHIP umbrella and people kind of quietly die. Well, those numbers and those folks, if you suspect some sort of illness down the path of a workplace-related illness, please talk to your doctor about it. Please ask your doctor to bring that up so that it's not just forgotten because you're old. And just because you're old is not necessarily an excuse. It can be a work-related illness from many years ago. The London District Injured Workers Group, Wendy Nelson is the chair of that. Wait, Wendy, just say hi. Wendy and their group meets the first Tuesday of every month at the OPSEU office. Please see Wendy with your email if you're interested in doing that, if you know some injured workers, because it is an excellent support group, and we need to support groups like that further. Next, what I'm going to do is go to the video, and I think Colleen has it. So this is a video that the song was written